Hi, everyone. Welcome again to another podcast episode of Everything Websites. Today, I'm joining the Sofian Bettayeb. He's a marketing and SEO consultant and founder of, I'm not sure if I pronounced this correctly, Manufacture?
Die Manufaktur.
Manufacture. Yeah, it's like a French word.
No, it's
Yeah,
German.
German?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds a bit French. Okay,
We
never mind.
pronounce differently in French. We will say manufacture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. I don't speak any of these languages, just English, unfortunately. Anyway, he is also he's also creator of AI SEO Copilot for Webflow. And Sofian, welcome. Please just tell us a bit more about yourself. I think that is the best way for you to introduce, and then we can,
Yeah.
continue.
So nice to meet you all. I'm Sofian. I'm a father first, husband. I'm just a guy living in Switzerland, and I'm working as well. And yeah, on the side, I'm working. I'm a Martech specialist lead in Switzerland. I'm working with variety of clients in different industries, mostly in watches, insurance, very Swiss style companies. And yeah, on the side, I'm also working actively on developing and building AI SEO Copilot. And I think we will dive a little bit more on that. But anything, yeah, at the moment, I see that my focus is shifting between so many topics, and I'm trying to keep it focused. But yeah, I'm getting quickly excited by all those new trends, and yeah,
Yeah.
at the moment, I'm trying to stay focused on SEO.
Yeah, I think that's fine because we are, human.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. It's not like robotic, like AI, so that we just stick to one topic and without any shifts on some other stuff. So I think
Mm.
that's pretty normal. And I know you from LinkedIn, actually. I think we're connected for quite some time. But what I noticed is mostly is that your AI SEO Copilot tool, because I think Webflow also uh, give you a shout out on their LinkedIn. And I said I have to try it out because I don't know many great SEO tools. Some of them for Webflow, some of them even use like ChatGPT, which was super slow. And yeah, hopefully Webflow will invest more into some native options for SEO.
Mm.
But so far, not so. Yeah, so far not so much. So I found your tool and I really like it. I tried a couple of times. Now I'm starting to use it all the time. So I just wanna to start this off. Just wanna ask you what inspired you to create this kind of tool, and who is it for? Maybe first
Yes.
and foremost.
So it's all started almost a year ago now when I was working on different website on Webflow, and I got a little bit frustrated that the we didn't have a used SEO for Webflow. So
Mm.
for you probably know Yoast SEO because I know that you're publishing with a WordPress Webflow thing, but we might sound like boomers, but
Yeah.
Yoast SEO is a great tool, mostly used for WordPress, and that was a long time ago, more than 10 years ago now. That was the first time I was yeah touching SEO stuff, and I remember Yoast SEO was so good. It was free. You had a very generous free tier that lets you do pretty much everything you need for SEO. It gives you instant feedback on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, but also give you some sense of control over your SEO. And I felt it was amazing. I used it for a very, very long time. And I always felt very frustrated that we don't have that on Webflow. So yeah, I looked at it. I looked at different apps, but same. If you're looking at the WordPress ecosystem, there are two kind of different apps emerging there. There is the Yoast kind of app, which is very content focused and making sure that you're matching one keyword with some content and then making sure that you're optimizing for that keyword. Or there was a application SEO apps approach where you had different apps like build a robot.txt file optimized for schema features.
Mm.
And so far, I thought, yeah, when I looked at Webflow, I saw a lot of apps approach for SEO, and we can name them. There is a fluid SEO, no, flow SEO
Uh,
flow.
it's
Uh,
something like that. Yeah, I
there
know
is
one. I don't know
ACM
many.
flow as well. So there's a couple apps, but none really met my expectations of having that really content-driven
Yeah,
approach,
same here.
but also being free.
Yeah,
Because, like I said, for me, having that free app when I started really made my life easier. And yeah, deep down, I've been working on SEO since quite a while now. And deep down, I believe that SEO is too important to be hidden behind paywalls. So yeah, that's why I made it for free. The AI SEO Copilot is free, open source. Anyone can contribute. You can contribute at different level, and the idea is it stay very community driven, where we just build something that we want to use and love to use.
yeah,
And for who it is, basically for anyone who has a blog on their website. So most of the people I know, they will have a blog, and their intention behind is to create some article in order to get some traffic on their website. And yeah, SEI Copilot helps you with that. It's just making sure that all the article or the content you write on your website is optimized or focusing on keywords, and give you instant feedback on that. Plus, it add some AI recommendation, contextual recommendation based on your website. And yeah, we tailored all those recommendations based on our practices, on our long hours of optimizing websites for SEO. And
it's
yeah,
awesome.
you can
Yeah,
download it. It's on the Webflow store. No paywall, no login, no nothing. Just SEO.
that's great. Yeah, there is a lot of when you use any tool, actually, a lot of you need to log in, you need to do this, you need to do that. Sometimes
Mhm.
you need to go to their website
Yeah.
and continue, tracking your analysis and this kind of stuff there, which, yeah, sometimes not very user friendly, can be a bit annoying as well. Um, but I think your tool is pretty cool, not only for a blog. I think can be used for programmatic SEO if someone creates like a lot of pages
Mm.
to certain keywords to rank for. One thing I think might be good to include in the future, because it's really focused on one page. And what happened to me is that, me personally, is that I try to rank for one certain keyword, and then I overuse it on maybe some other pages as a main keyword, which can cause the keyword cannibalization, which I was not aware of at that time. So maybe, maybe the good idea was to include maybe something like that if it's possible in the future. I think that would be also one amazing feature.
So, since you're mentioning it, at the moment we are pushing for big updates, and we are not there yet fully. But the main idea is now that you can, so you will be able to save your keywords. And
Hmm.
before, we are not using any database, so it was very
Yeah,
complicated for have any some kind of uh, saving keywords or a place where we could have those information. And the reason the design decision of not having login, not having a user profile was not super helpful for that. But we find another way. We will just store information locally. We can have some long sessions still, and at the moment it's working quite fine. And our goal is not just to add one keyword, but having ways to add more context when you're
yeah,
something.
like
And thinking,
secondary,
yes,
maybe unique long tail
exactly.
keyword. Yeah,
Page types or even language of the page. And once it's in the settings, it's saved. You don't touch anymore anything. But also, as soon as we can store one keyword per page, we can also on other pages say, "Hey, be careful! You already used that keyword,"
yeah,
or "Hey, here is an opportunity for internal linking.
I
So
think, yeah, I think this is really amazing because this is all that I was looking for. For example, me personally, because like I said, Webflow does not have things like this. And I
mm,
think it's really important, and people can get lost like me with
mm,
overusing, maybe not, maybe accidentally, the same
mm,
keywords, and or without enough knowledge, because we cannot be super knowledgeable in everything,
mm.
and that's okay. But because of like things like that, it's good to have tools like yours.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to ask you also, what are the challenges in optimizing SEO for Webflow to compare to maybe tools like WordPress and Shopify that are more maybe SEO oriented?
So it's a very good question because I hear it a lot, and you need to first understand one thing about SEO.
Hmm.
There is different maturity and ambition that you need to know before that. So the biggest challenge in SEO is when you have a low maturity website and a high ambition uh, vision from a founder, and those gaps are very complicated to fill. One example is someone just creating a new website, a new product, and they want to be ranked number one for a very
Of course.
competitive keyword.
Yeah.
And because the founder wants to be number one on Google because he sees that as status and not as a way to get business. This is where we have those big challenge in SEO, and this is one of part of my job is to always show that this gap in expectations and making sure that everything is alright. For me, most of the websites, 99% of the website on Webflow don't have high SEO expectation. They are not publishers. They are not high competitive SEO focused company. And yeah, they won't care too much about those SEO lacking things. For the one last percent, probably they decided to go on with Webflow. Maybe it was not their perfect platform, but still, I believe today you can do a lot. And even if you face some technical limitation on some topics, which are one that comes to my mind is you cannot have you cannot rename properly the subfolders in a CMS collection. That is so irrelevant because it's optimization of optimization and it doesn't really matter. So, except if you're in the 1% and you want everything perfect because you're a publisher and your life depend on SEO, then it's important. Otherwise, most people won't care too much. And I will challenge that and also show maybe one benefits of Webflow. And for me, one of the main benefits is when a Webflow site is well made and it gives a complete power to the marketers. Because I'm a marketer, so I will preach
Yeah.
for my community. But I believe marketers run websites and they do that to have business impact. And if a marketer has to rely on a designer or a developer to create anything they want, then it's just wasting time.
Yeah.
So for me, as soon as a marketer can have that, then it's beautiful and it's very powerful. And every time you rely on someone else or because it's technically challenging, then it's a waste of time. WordPress was quite good doing that, but as soon as you're trying to scale the thing, it's getting tricky.
Hmm.
So that's where I think Webflow can be very powerful. But on the SEO side, I think there is more fears or more uh, anything that really technical limitation.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think any, there are no technical limitation. It's
Mm,
just that Buffalo itself does not work that hard on the SEO
yes.
and the e-commerce,
Yeah. Oh.
as hard as they work on some other stuff.
Mm,
But luckily, the guys like you are here to to fix that.
Mm,
And I know you said about that um, that you're actually trying to help people make smart decisions,
mm,
especially the people that are not very aware of how to use or what to
mm,
use. But do you think there may be more things that you could do to improve that, so that people that don't know much about SEO but want to improve it to do that,
mm.
can AI assist with this kind of stuff? Are you thinking about that maybe?
So, from what I've seen so far on the SEO, and since I'm working with the Webflow community, the challenge is they're trying to technically tackle SEO when actually SEO is much more strategic, a strategic approach. So they will
Hmm.
say, "Oh, we are doing SEO. We are optimizing your image, or we are making differ your JavaScript." But these are mostly irrelevant, because if you don't
Yeah.
so simply put, if you don't have a keyword on a very 100% 100 lighthouse score page, you still not rank for that keyword, so it's useless.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the main challenge I see at the moment, is people optimizing for SEO but not fully understanding what's behind and how to do it, and not having that strategic layer to avoid keywords cannibalization and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I don't know exactly how to share that and how to teach it. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to share some, how do I search for keywords, or how do I come up with keywords, and show the strategic
You
approach.
cannot do much about that. Yeah, they need to do it on their own.
Yes, but yeah, it's not over. I'm still trying to do it, and I have some ideas on how I can support on that. But yeah, the idea is really, without that strategic thinking about how people search and how people find your website, you will never get it. Uh,
Yeah. And yeah, I was talking about this, but I want to ask you because there are things like people that invested a lot of their time and money into something, for example, some app in Webflow, and then Webflow come up with their own solution, which kind of
yes,
ruins their all
yes,
the hard work. Maybe not completely, but for example, I think OptiBase.
yes.
They created this A/B testing tool, but now you can do that internally in Webflow. Do you think if Webflow start investing much heavier into SEO, it will affect a lot your tool and all your work that you put into it? Probably they're gonna take some of your stuff.
Yes. So I remember having exactly the same question. Asked Dan from Relium last year at the Webflow conference in London, and I asked
Hmm.
him exactly, "Hey, you're doing some AI styling website. Aren't you afraid that Webflow will do exactly the same soon?" And he told me, "Yeah, Webflow will do that. Great. We will do it the Relium way." And
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, he's confident. That's good." And now, 1 year later, I see the difference. I see that Webflow did AI websites, and I'm still using Radium to
Same
create a
here.
website. So I think if anyone from Webflow is hearing that, I really wish you're doing that. I really wish you will do some SEO apps that, or SEO apps, or even native apps, whatever you want. Do your best, because I think when we have that, when we have some kind of competition, then it's always benefiting the users. And I'm not doing that. Yeah, you are understood it. It's free. It's open source. I'm not doing that to benefit anything. I just do that because I feel it's needed. So if we can have better things, and if I have to compete one day against Webflow on SEO, I would be happy to try to bring my ideas and to see what they have and challenge what they have and maybe make it better for myself. So I'm not afraid. I'm super excited about that, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing because that way uh, we are all pushing towards innovation. So
Yes,
because
exactly.
they will get some ideas, you will get some ideas,
Yes.
and you're just pushing each other, forward. I think
And
that's
people like you will win. They will have two apps they can decide on, and
yeah,
they can choose the best one that fit their need. And
yeah,
maybe Webflow will be better for a new
for something,
website
yeah,
developer. Maybe mine will be better for everything else. Maybe.
yeah. No, I think
Maybe
it will.
project here.
I think it will be good for many things because, like you said, I think you said it pretty good. That the same thing that Webflow pushed this AI generation tool, which I don't
Mm,
think is that great, but it's a start
mm,
and it's a step forward towards that.
mm,
But Reloom, I think, is doing a much better job. Hopefully,
mm,
Reloom will invest more into a style guide, the UI visual part of the of
mm,
structure, because mostly it's sitemap and wireframes. But still, I think they went a lot, and I think the same thing will happen to you guys.
mm.
And what do you think about? What are your thoughts on the localization? Because that's kind of like a completely different approach, and I don't think you're still considering that at the moment because it's super complex. And I just want to ask you, I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think you will be able to at some point work around, setting up the SEO for different locals and stuff like that?
Um, so um, I think it's so maybe one thing we need to clarify. I'm the one behind the AI SEO Copilot as a brain, but actually there is also someone else, which is Paul, and he's our technical guy, and he's the one that took my idea and put it on the Webflow app. Um, and here I think it's a little bit too technical for me, but I think there is some limitation that are at the moment limiting us that we are looking at taking around. From me on location, when I look at that, I look at only content that will be delivered on Google, and I see it as different pages that will have different kind of content with different keywords, and I need to be able to change that. Um, I didn't do it too much so far, so that was not my main focus so far because
Hmm.
all the website we are testing on, none of them have the localization implemented. But we have the similar issue with also the editor rights or the kind of rights you have on your website. And if we are helping with people with content, we need to have people who are just editors having the ability to use the app and optimize for keywords. So those are things that we know we need to optimize for, but at the moment they are just less prioritized. And since we are open source and quite transparent, you can
Hmm.
if you go to our documentation website, whatever you want, you can also see our roadmap with all the features that we are discussing. And as you will see, it's mostly discussions. They are not vision, or they are not. They are just two guys who try to figure it out. So it's quite fun. And we also have
Well,
a GitHub with our discussions where we are just yeah, you can have a fun and looking at the issues that we are facing. It's all.
but I think you guys have a pretty good start. Well,
Mm,
again, I'm saying it's pretty awesome tool. I think everybody should try it out.
mm.
And thank you for all the efforts towards this because, like I said, I was really thinking about this kind of stuff as well.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
just want to ask you, what are your, I mean, to wrap up around the SEO, I just want to
Mm.
talk a little bit about your agency as well. But what are your maybe your advices for best practice to rank on Google, since we're talking about the SEO?
Yes, start easy. With the emerging AI or AI overview, AI search, all those AI stuff, if I were you, I will really try to optimize everything I have, starting from my products and trying to optimize for commercial or transactional keywords intent. So commercial are best starting keywords like so let's bet best podcast for marketing at Webflow. What are the marketing marketing podcast for websites? So things that are very intentionally driven by commercial or transactional intent. So download uh, the marketing podcast, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Why? Because at the end, it's what's connect you to your product, and it's also how people search today. So a very quick example is at the moment I'm going on holiday soon, and I need
Oh,
a
nice.
new surfboard to try and play in the waves of Portugal, and I searched for boards. So what I did is I went to ChatGPT and I said, "Hey, ask me some questions and tell me what is the best for me to surf on." And he gave me a very long list of questions. I answered, and he gave me a very good answer of what is best for me. After that, I say, "Hey, give me some links where I can buy that." And he gave me some random links with 4 mistakes and so on. So that was very bad. So then I had to take all this information and translate that to Google, trying to find exactly what I was looking for. And as you can see, all the information intent where normally I would have gone on different websites looking for ideas or answers, all of that has been skipped by ChatGPT. However, I still need to find exactly the product I want. So if I were you, yeah, I will optimize only for them at the moment and be as specific as you can, and trying to yeah, look around your features, keywords, all the different ways you can discuss about your product. And
I
there is
think,
an amazing tool for that
yeah,
that you can use, of
I
course.
think it's pretty interesting way that you're using ChatGPT. I don't know. I don't think most people use it that way. Uh, but it's, yeah, I think it's very smart. So I might start using it like that.
Wow, I
Uh,
thought it was a common thing to do. So,
yeah,
you already.
I mean, I don't ask ChatGPT to ask me questions. Usually it's the other way around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
you will
ask him.
see. Oh, you will
Yeah,
see. It's a beautiful thing because I don't trust too much ChatGPT on
yeah,
anything,
me too.
but I
It
trust him.
gives you many times just,
Yeah.
bad answers, and if you're not very good at what you're asking,
Hmm.
you might get in trouble.
Yes.
So yeah. But anyway, you are not just this tool and the SEO guy. You
Yes.
are a marketing guy first and
Yeah.
foremost, like you said, in business. So I just wanna ask you, like, how are you doing with your agency? I mean, what you guys doing? Something about that.
So it's not really that I have an agency. I just at the moment I don't know what to do exactly with that.
Hmm.
It's more like I'm supporting some people with website ideas, marketing challenge they face. But yeah, frankly, I don't. I won't call it an agency because I still don't know what I want to do with it.
Hmm.
Where I can talk about marketing is much more maybe on my regular job, which is supporting brands like Rolex, Elsana, which is a big insurance in
Yeah.
Switzerland, and yeah, other companies. And it's mostly as we do for Webflow. So exactly the same approach that we might use for small website, we do it with
Hmm.
bigger website and with bigger conversation and with bigger impact at the end of the day. So recently we were working for a bank in Switzerland, and just by optimizing some ways that they were doing. And sometimes we're starting very low because they've been building organically website, and I'm not talking about organic traffic. I'm talking
Hmm.
about website. So someone 7 years ago started a new website structure, and then they didn't put in place some standards, some rules, some guidelines, and today you have website that's going in every direction, and then you have to optimize that. So what you do is you just cut to what's the most urgent and immediate, where you can see impact, and you start optimizing the things. Uh,
Mhm.
but basically, it's everything we can do on the small scale, on a small website, but at way bigger scales.
Yeah. I'm going a bit of a lot of off topic with this kind of stuff. Should have stick with the same approach, but anyway, just want to ask you. I mean, do you does people still invest? I mean, even the bigger age companies, does they invest a lot only in digital marketing, or they also do still, like old fashioned, like maybe offline marketing, maybe physical one? Uh, what is their, yeah, because I've seen that some of them even use billboards still
Yes.
very strategically and
Yeah,
have a good
I think they're just
content.
using everything.
Yeah.
So the real question will be, what are their priorities? And I
Hmm.
cannot really answer. Mm, but the same question come back all the time. So there are main challenges, and I think it's valuable even for small companies, which is, hey, what is the marketing ROI of anything? If you can answer that, you already um, in a very good position to help so much, because marketing ROI doesn't just include a number. It's about understanding exactly how much value you can create, but also how much money you can save. And a solution like changing a platform, going to Webflow, impacts the both level, the both side. And if you're able to measure that and really give that and share that information, because I see also a lot of people having the resource to do it, but don't share it enough. And having that capacity of taking that with you and sharing it, not just with one person, but with multiple people inside and outside the company, is so much powerful.
Hmm.
Because it means that you have so much understanding, not just on a granular level, but also on a super high level, where you can have decision maker making decision on, yeah, let's continue, let's go with you.
Yeah, that's awesome. We are getting close to our time limit here,
Oh
so
wow.
just yeah. It's I'm working with this 30-minute podcast, so I think it's pretty good so far. We'll see. uh Want to ask you for the maybe wrap up,
Yes.
uh like the takeaway, your takeaway on SEO, and what would be your advice to the people in general, and where they can find your tool, for example.
So I will say uh, SEO is relevant. You should definitely work on it, but it's not the only way.
Yeah.
So you should really focus on what's best for you, um, and just be open. SEO is great if you create content and you want that to be accessible from Google. Otherwise, you just find other ways. There is not just one way. And at the end of the day, like every time, nobody cares about your effort or what you put in it. They just want the simplest way to access it. So just listen to your users, look at the data, look at your analytics, and just look at the kind of pattern. Where do people come from? What do they do with it? And ask your users and ask feedback and see how you can continuously improve it. And
Okay.
yeah, it's nothing much to SEO, but it's always the same. It's going back to your users. And if they are doing some search, then you should be there.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not the only way, because I really seen them. Not many, but I've seen a couple of times that people build their audience and client base just around themselves by being very active on social media, on
Mm,
certain platform. And they don't even have like a huge website. They have like
mm,
a landing page, and still it's heavily visited and highly converting,
mm,
because they worked around the thing that worked for them the most. Yeah.
mm.
So just like SEO, if SEO works for you, invest it. If it
Yes.
doesn't, I mean, you should be always investing it because there is no downside to this,
Mm,
unless you're doing it completely wrong. But
yeah.
if you agree, I think people should always invest in SEO at least a little bit.
Yeah. And yeah, a very simple way to invest in it is just looking at what you're selling, making sure that you appear for people
Knowing your
searching for
audience,
that.
yeah.
And that's enough, even if it's very small amount of search volume per month. It's already great. And yeah, there is also other ways to appears on Google. There is not just through your website. No, but an example is for I have a Webflow SEO checklist that it's accessible. You can download it for free.
Mhm.
And if you're looking for a Webflow SEO checklist, you would see that I'm in first, second position depending on the region. And actually, the checklist
Nice.
is not my website. It's a Webflow template I create for the checklist.
Hmm.
But you still find it and you still go on it and you can still download it quite quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, uh, good ways
Uh,
to do it.
yeah. It was awesome having you. Just for the end, want to ask you where people can find you online, uh, website, social media.
Um, so yeah, find me on LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn profile, Sofian Bettayeb. It's not very complicated. I try to
Mhm.
not post too many serious things. I try to diversify a little bit because SEO is not so serious at the end.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I'm happy to connect. Actually, I cannot offer you jobs, so please don't ask me that. But anyway, if you want to discuss with me, if something resonate with it today, just send me a message. Just comment to my amazing posts. Not always, but yeah,
You're
comment,
trying. You're
and I
trying.
try to always answer. So please do it. Otherwise, sometimes I forget.
Awesome. Yeah. So guys, be patient. He will get back to you. Don't worry.
Yes.
Anyway, again, thank you so much for being a part of this, uh, amazing SEO podcast episode for everything websites. And hopefully we can catch up some other time on this episode, if nothing else. And yeah, see you around. And thank you guys for sticking with us to the end. Will be more coming your way pretty soon. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Stefan.